Oh my god, the wind is gonna ruin my perfect recording, which is so cooked. You know, sometimes I'm having my friends, but honestly, I feel like with some of my homies, if I were to like give them a good shake, I could genuinely hear like rocks rattling around inside their cranium. Like it's actually diabolical. My friends are genuinely just like so like so stone craniumed, like to the point where it's just like it's actually just like we need to get them medically evaluated. So, news before we get into the topic of today's video, which is top 5 signs that your girlfriend is gonna leave you. Uh, Thumbnail, it's gonna say wife, but I had to say wife just because wife is funnier. Okay, so number one, I broke my school laptop making these stupid YouTube videos. Jenny, my fall that too hard, so now there's like a big black bar in the center of the screen. So now I'm cooked because now that's going to be like 50 or 90 or $100 that I'm going to have to pay. Trying to get that fixed, and then also, oh shoot, what was the other thing? Oh, I forgot. Yeah, now there's like actual gameplay in the back. Before, I was just recording it like just my TV, like with my phone. But then I remembered that I can just like record my phone while playing games with my Xbox controller. So now there's like it like looks more professional. So the budget just went from $0 to $3. So yeah, pretty impressive. Actually, the budget is gonna have to go to like $100 to fix my computer. So yeah. Okay. So anyway, getting into the topic, top 5 signs that your girlfriend's gonna leave you. Number one, she doesn't read, because that obviously, if she hasn't, if you go to her room and there's no books there, well, that obviously shows that she has a lack of commitment, and it's a double whammy if I go to your room and you're not reading either, right? So that obviously shows that both of you guys are not very intelligent, and also that you can't commit to anything except for the time that you read Harry Potter in 4th grade and gave up halfway, right? So yeah, that's sign number one. Sign number two, she talks about her ex so much that you actually start feeling physically attracted to him, and you actually want to leave her to start dating boys, right? That's gonna be your second red flag, right? Okay, red flag number 3. I never understood how, like, in Star Wars, there was always an issue of, like, oh my god, we need to get certain items whenever, like, every single protagonist has the ability to just, like, pull things towards them. Like, in Rogue One, in, like, the Darth Vader hallway scene, whenever, like, Darth Vader is, he, like, goes in the hallway and he's, like, killing all the rebel soldiers and he's, like, trying to get the plans for the Death Star. But, like, how are you struggling with that if you can literally like you can just use the force to like pull the Death Star plans towards you? Like that should not be an issue. And then it's insane too because it's like Darth Vader, like in the Obi-Wan Kenobi show, genuinely just like pulls a shit down and just pries it apart with the force. There's an issue with the way that modern Star Wars depicts Darth Vader, and it comes in the sense of like they don't understand like what made him a good villain in the original trilogy, so they just make him strong and imposing. Like any time that like there's a new Star Wars project and it takes place between like, episodes like 3 and 4, Darth Vader makes an appearance. But like in the original trilogy, what made Darth Vader an intimidating villain was the fact that like he was smart, right? Like any time that anything was happening in the plot, Darth Vader, without having any knowledge of what was going on, would already know what was happening. Like, for instance, whenever the rebels do their attack on the Death Star, it's him who makes the realization, oh shit, wait a minute, the rebel starfighters are too small to be hit by the massive defenses that we built that are meant to, like, fend off starships. It's him who has that realization. It's him who, like, has the realization that, like, oh my god, obviously the Death Star plans are in the droids. That's what that pod was. So Darth Vader is an intimidating villain, not because he's capable of doing all this crazy stuff with the Force, but because he's smart, right? It's because he's a smart villain. And then that makes me angry too, because people are always like, oh, we need a Darth Vader show because they want Darth Vader to have more screen time. Just go watch the original trilogy, because the thing is, Darth Vader in the original trilogy would have, like, it better than any other bullshit that Dave Filoni makes. Um, then because Dave Filoni just makes Darth Vader fan service. Like, every single time that, like, Darth Vader shows up on screen, he's just being a total badass and he's just doing all this. Like, this is like literally Darth Vader fan service. It's stupid and I hate it. And I hate the fact that people look at, like, the way that modern Star Wars has handled Darth Vader, and they're like, "Oh my God, they handled him perfectly." Like, no, they didn't. Okay, so sign 4 that your wife is gonna leave you. You actually like Dave Filoni cameos, like, in Star Wars movies. You know, I went and saw The Mandalorian and Grogu, which was an hour and 30 minutes of my life that I'll never get back. And Dave Filoni is just like, he's literally just like OC maxing. Dave Filoni is the type of person to, like, go write fan fiction on, like, I don't know where the hell people write fan fiction. On, like, I don't know, Pinterest or whatever. And he goes and writes, like, fan fiction because it occurred to me watching The Mandalorian and Grogu. None of these are like George Lucas's characters anymore. This isn't even George Lucas's original idea for Star Wars. Like, it was Rod of the Hutt, which is a character made from the Clone Wars show, or the Clone Wars movie, the ones that that George Lucas didn't direct. It was Din Djarin, who's Dave Filoni's character. Oh my God, the wind. Who's Dave Filoni's character. It was Grogu, who's also Dave Filoni's character. And then it was, like, who else was it? It was the guy from Star Wars Rebels, who I don't know the name of because I didn't watch Rebels because it looked shitty. And I don't want to watch a kid's show that's made for 90% of the time and sit there and act like it's good. No, I'm not doing that. So, you know, obviously, right? So none of these are George Lucas's characters anymore. So this is literally like Dave Filoni literally hijacked somebody else's universe and just started, like, putting in, like, just bullshit. Bullshit. And it's just ridiculous. Number 5. Sign number 5 that your wife is going to leave you. You either are a fan of Has-Been Hotel or your favorite Space Marine chapter is the Black Templars. Anybody who says my favorite Space Marine chapter is the Black Templars is basically soft launching the fact that they're racist. I don't know what it is about. Oh, actually, I do know what it is about 40K. For some reason, 40K is like it's a commentary on a hyper-religious, hyper-militaristic society. And some people like me look at that and be like, oh my God, that's sick. That's such a good commentary. I love this universe. And then some other people who are, you know, below a 4th grade reading level, who, you know, they're the reason why we're going to have to start putting, like, info hazard signs on Harry Potter books, because the material is too thought-provoking and it'll genuinely cause their neurons to separate, leading their body to genuinely short-circuit, right? So, yeah. So Black Templar fans look at that and they're